Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope that it's been a great week for all of you. I am so excited to be here with you today. I know that those of you who are watching, usually right at the beginning, are not live. You're here on replay. So I just wanted to thank you for tuning in from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me that you watch. So I just wanted to welcome you and thank you for being here. If you'll put hashtag replay and where you're tuning in from, I always go back and check the comments and love to hear and see all of you who are here. So thank you for tuning in. This is just fun for me. So my name is Christie Varner, and I am the founder of Victory Advisory Services, and I help small business owners gain control of their numbers so that they can achieve their goals. Today's topic is going to be 5 steps to take now in your business. Hey, I love that you're saying hi. I'm so sorry I can't tell who you are. I always forget to say this part. So I stream this through StreamYard. So if you see up above, I think you're on Facebook. If you'll see up above and give StreamYard permission to know your name, then it will show me your name, because unfortunately then I don't see it unless you do it. It's such the weird thing, but see, it just does this. But anyway, whoever you are, I say hi back. So thank you for coming in. I am streaming live today on my personal Facebook page and my YouTube channel, which is Christie Varner. And here in our group, Small Business Finance Simplified. If you're not in the group, I would love for you to come here. It's a community that I created just this past fall, and I share accounting and finance tips and strategies, and basically just try to pour into you guys as small business owners and support you. And my hope is that we'll build a community of other entrepreneurs and small business owners who will do the same, and you guys will support each other and share your own expertise. Because let me just tell you that I am a small business owner too, and I definitely have areas that I am not an expert in. So I will share what I know and would love for you to share what you know. So let's dive in to today's topic. This will be a pretty fast training today, but I hope it will be meaningful and valuable to you. So we're going to talk about 5 steps to take now for your business. And when I prepared this, I actually came up with kind of a bonus tip, if you will. So stay to the end to hear that bonus little tip. I want to give credit where credit is due. My friend Missy actually did this training a month ago, and it was awesome. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I went to think about it, pray about it, and tweak it to be to add the things that I wanted to add. And I laughed that I came up with the same list. So bravo to Missy for prompting me with this idea. But these are things that you guys need to know. So we're going to get really serious this year, you guys, about simplifying your business. Okay. Oh, goodness. There goes the dog. That never fails. Sorry, this is real life, you guys. This is just real life. Meant to put the dog up and I forgot. But anyway, so we're going to get serious about simplifying your business by simplifying your finances. And so there are a few steps that you need to take. And some of you are just starting your business. Some of you have been around for a long time. So you may be like, oh, I already did that. And if you have, then feel great about it and be like, oh, check off the list. That always feels good. If you haven't, then just know that you can take care of this now. We're starting a new year. This is January. And so this is the perfect time. So step 1 is to set up a business checking account. Okay. I know if you haven't done that, you're just running your business through your personal account. And I get that it seems easier, but trust me, it's not easier, because we are not running hobbies, you guys. We are running businesses. So, step into that mindset, adopt that. I have a friend who says that when she's feeling like, ugh, I can't do this, she does the Wonder Woman pose and, just owns it. You guys, you are business owners. Even if you started yesterday, you are far ahead of the people who never started their business. So I am cheering you on personally and professionally. I will say it every time. I'm here for you and I'm cheering you on. So open that business account. What will you need to open a business account? You will need an EIN, which is kind of like your social security number, but it's for a business. And if you don't have one of those, you can just go to irs.gov and search for EIN. It's free, it's quick, it's easy. If you're a sole proprietorship, you don't even need that. You can just use your social security number. And if you haven't seen it and you don't know what your entity structure should be, go back and just hit in the search bar if you're in my Small Business Finance Simplified group and put entity structure in. I did a video on that and how to kind of figure out what entity structure that you should be. So if all of those words seem kind of foreign to you and you're not sure, then that would be a good video to go back and look at. But so go ahead and set up your business account, because that's going to allow us to keep all that money straight, because you guys, your numbers are key to achieving your goals. So we got to know our numbers. Okay, so step 2, and I just want to, oh, sorry, just knocked that. I want to tell you, like, you may have noticed, like, I'm sitting on my couch and I'm drinking coffee, and I am an accountant. For those of you I haven't met, because a lot of you are brand new to my group, and welcome. This has been so fun to meet you. Oh, I have lipstick on my cup. My name is Christie Berner, and I have been a CPA for 25 years. I have worked with big businesses and small businesses. I've worked in all sorts of different financial projects for myself. But I realized a year ago that really my passion is entrepreneurs and small business owners, because I believe that you guys need and deserve financial expertise. And so that's why I'm here. And then I felt in my heart that I could create this group because I love to teach and to share. And so this is just a way for me to do one-to-many. I will tell you, the reason I'm sitting on my couch is because this is how I am. Like, I'm used to consulting. I'm used to talking to people one-on-one. So I just pretend that I am here sitting on the couch with you, talking to you, and that it's casual. Because even though it's not casual to not take care of your finances, there is no reason that you can't do this. I promise you, the math is not hard. Don't let that get in your brain. And this is going to be golden, you guys. This is going to be golden. So drop in the comments below if you've already set up a business account. And if you love your bank, I would love to hear that. I have my accounts at Chase and at Azlo, A-Z-L-O. And I loved Azlo. I had just opened an account there, and now they're closing. So I'm so sad about that. So I personally would love to hear too what banks you bank at, if you love them. Credit unions are great. A lot of them will work with you for free if you keep a minimum balance. So, okay, so now we're going to dive into steps, the next step. So step 1 was make sure that you have your own separate business account set up, business debit card, all that. Just like, let's just run this like a business, you guys. So step 1. So now I want to talk about, I'm going to use an analogy because I always try to use simple words and analogies. Oh, hey, Narmarie. That's so good to know. Success. Is that your bank? Oh, no, it's Narmarie Success. So funny that I know your last name because I love that last name. I want to hear when you're going to get your food truck open. So anyway, we'll have to chat. So I'm so happy and proud of you for that, girl. Just, I'm cheering you on as well as everybody else. Sorry, all the notifications. I put it on Do Not Disturb, but notifications are going off. Anyway, okay. So now we're going to talk about something kind of odd, but it's something you'll easily relate to. So we're going to talk about losing weight. So let's just say that I had a goal to lose 10 pounds. Okay, so if I had a goal, hey, TJ, Tracy. See, I always get confused by that because I know it's really you go by Tracy, even though it says TJ there. Hey, Tracy, glad to have you. So if you wanted to lose 10 pounds, right, this is something that we could all understand. If you ate really well through the holidays and we're like, ooh, my jeans are tight, I need to lose 10 pounds. So the first thing to do, so this is step number 2, is you need to figure out how you would do that. Okay, the how. So in our how to lose 10 pounds analogy, you would, you know, perhaps join a gym. You would go and buy healthy food. You would throw out the, Oreos or whatever. You would get a book. You would get yourself the tools that you needed in order to lose the 10 pounds. Does that make sense? Yes? Drop a yes in the comments if that makes sense to you, that you understand like what it would take. Okay, you guys, it's that simple for taking care of your business finances. You need to have the tools in order to be successful to lose the 10 pounds. You need to have the tools in order to be successful, to track your business well so you can achieve your goals. Remember, the whole reason we do this business finance stuff is not for taxes, which is what I know a lot of you have thought it was for. It's to achieve your goals. So the how for business finance is you've got to have some sort of tool to help you track the dollars that go into and out of your business. This can be as simple as an Excel spreadsheet. Okay. Um, oh, I love this. Uh, TJ says that Tracy says she lost 60 pounds last year. I love that. So you do totally get it. So this is a great analogy. I'm so glad I tried to think of analogies. I always use analogies. So anyway, so you've got to have your how you're going to do it. So literally, it can be an Excel spreadsheet. It can be QuickBooks Online. It can be any one of those can work for you, but you've got to pick a tool. So same as you would go and join the gym and buy the book and all that, you've got to do that. So drop in the comments below if you actually already have a tool that you use and what your tool is if you do use a tool. I would love to hear that. I'm a big fan of QuickBooks Online for most of you. As you get bigger, there are definitely different ones, but I do have an affiliate code I'm happy to share with you for QuickBooks Online. But you've got to have those tools in place in order to do it. So the tools are really important. I will also tell you, I also encourage you like a paper thing. I know we're all digital these days and QuickBooks Online is digital. You can look at it anywhere. I actually even have an app on my phone for it. It's what I use in my personal business because I'm small too. So we get papers, right? Like you get receipts from people, you get little pieces of paper, you get things that you have to deal with. So I encourage you, and this is thanks to my friend Celie, who's in my mastermind group. She runs a great business called Simplify You. If you're interested, please go check her out. Goodness, Celie, I cannot remember the name of your group, but if you find Celie in here, I need to drop that in here. But anyway, so she does Tip Tuesday and she does a Sunday Live. And last week she talked about a tool that can help you keep yourself organized. She's an organizational expert. So I was like, yes. And one is to have folders, like letter jacket folders. And she does the seasons of the year. So spring, summer, fall, winter, and then also one for taxes. And I highly encourage you to do that. Get 5 of those letter jackets. She says, let's use the Smeed colored, which I use. And I actually was thinking, I wish I had one to show you right now, but I don't have one. But I will put a link in the comments if you want to get those. Just to have a place, like you're going to feel so much better when you're organized and you have a place to put things. So step 2 was we made a plan. We figured out how we were going to lose the 10 pounds and got those tools organized. So you bought the QuickBooks software, which is not that expensive, or you got Excel, which you may have for free already with your computer, or you can do it on paper if you really, if you're old school and you can do that, that's what you want to do, because I know budgets are different. But Excel is free if you have Microsoft products, or Google Sheets, or, Mac numbers or whatever. But anyway, so now you have the how. You know what I'm going to tell you next, right? Okay, so we made the plan to lose the 10 pounds. So our, step 2 was how we were going to sign up for the gym. Step 3 is we actually have to do it, right? Like, you actually have to cook the meals, drink the water, meal plan. Like, we actually have to do the thing. And I know, I know that resonates for everybody. Okay, I love that, Tracy. You use a spreadsheet. Somebody else said they use QuickBooks Online. I'm loving seeing that. Okay, I have a Trello board too. I haven't been really using it. Yeah, I know. I've got to talk to somebody about Trello. I have not been. I got Trello, but I really don't use it well. So, um, I've got to get on that. Anyway, Kelly just said that she used Trello and uses it well. So we may need to have her come in and talk about that. Okay, so now from a business finance standpoint, so you got the software, you got the um, folders that I told you about. You're like, okay, I've got it. I am taking my business seriously. You guys, if you do not use it, then it's the same as buying the gym membership and never going. Okay. We know buying the gym membership, buying the fruit, buying the water, that does not make you lose the 10 pounds. What does make you lose the 10 pounds is, exercising, clean eating, not eating a million things of junk food, meal prep. Like, these are simple things, you guys. It's the same. It's no harder in your business. You actually just have to do it. You have to record your receipts. You have to bill people. You have to follow up on payments. I know, you guys, I know this is not like sexy and exciting. I know you would way rather talk about, your content planning or the next sale that you're going to have in your business, or, whatever. But this actually matters, because this, like I said, once we get our numbers and our data, this is the gold that helps you achieve your goals. So, what I want you to do, I want you to get out your calendar. Like, if you are watching this on replay, then you put me on pause right now and you open your calendar app on your phone, or get out your paper planner if you're a paper person, and just pick a time. If you're like me, I run by my calendar. When my calendar says I have to do something, then I do it. So pick a time and put 30 minutes a week, an hour a week in. Just schedule it. Schedule it for next Monday at 10 a.m. and say, I am going to do this. I am going to set aside time. When we batch things, you guys, we work so much more efficiently. When we get things done at one time, you feel so much better. So this is just like, you have to go to the gym, and sometimes you don't feel like it, but we know that going to the gym, or eating the salad instead of the burger and fries, is going to help us towards our goal. This is going to help you towards your goal of running a successful business and achieving your strategy. So setting aside the time to actually do your accounting tasks matters. Now, I will tell you, once you can afford a bookkeeper, I really encourage you to do that. You are your own CFO, but you do not need to be your own bookkeeper. So once you can afford that, I highly encourage you to do that. I work with different people. I personally don't do bookkeeping, but I work with vendors who do bookkeeping, and I would be so happy for you to reach out to me and talk to me about that, because like I said, I have bookkeepers that I work with that I recommend all the time. It will simplify your life so much. But let's just say that you're not there yet. You need to take responsibility. I'm always like positive with the tough talk, but this is not a hobby. This is a business. So let's get serious and let's just do it. So get out your calendar, record your time that you're going to do it. And one other great idea that I got from Missy is she does accounting accountability. And she does it once a week in her group. And I loved that, because sometimes you just need a friend. And sometimes you're like, Christy, even if I put it on my calendar, I don't even know what I'm doing. So I am going to offer you, for right now, I am going to come live in our group on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central from 4 to 4:30. I'm going to block that time off. During that time, I'm going to just open up a Facebook room in our group, Small Business Finance Simplified. Um, and I'm going to work on my own finance stuff. And I invite you to come. Get your invoices, get your receipts, get your stuff, and come. It may be a completely silent 30 minutes where, everybody's just working, or it may be a time where you ask questions. And I am great with that. I have not used Facebook Rooms yet, but we will use that within our own Facebook group. And it's just a time. And even if you can't do that time, put a time on your calendar. You owe it to yourself to put that time on your calendar. And then you'll be like, wow, I'm done. And you'll be so proud of yourself. Maybe it's going to end up taking you an hour and not 30 minutes. That's okay. Because once you get in your rhythm, you'll be like, okay, I got it. I can do this. And it's so, so worth it. Okay. So that's step 3. Step 4 now is to assess how you're doing, right? So this is in our analogy of losing the 10 pounds, this is going to jump on the scale or measure your measurements and be like, okay, this is how I'm doing. This is where I am relative to my goal. This is where I am relative to where I was last week or last month, right? So that makes sense. When you're trying to lose your 10 pounds, you are going to step on the scale or compare your measurements to where you want to be. Try on the jeans that you have been wanting to wear, whatever, right? Okay, so that is what we're going to do in your business. Same thing, like stepping on the scale to see if you've starting to lose the 10 pounds. We need to assess where we are in our finances. If you have software, this is a little bit easier because what we're going to do is create financial statements. You're going to create those monthly, and we're just even the simplest financial statements, your income statement and your balance sheet. Income statement is also called profit and loss, and it basically is going to capture the money that you made, the money that you took in, and the money that you spent, and show you what your profit is. So income minus expense equals profit. And I have all these things laid out to talk to you guys about, but January is called First Things First. And so, these are kind of more broad overviews. I will address financial statements and all of that during one of the months. I have it planned out. I can't remember when, but just so you know. And if you have other topic ideas that you want me to discuss, let me know, because I am in for that. Okay, so your financial statements are like a report card for your business. They're like getting on the scale. They are what tell you how you're doing and how you're advancing. And what I do, my business at Victory Advisory Services, is I help people with strategy. I help you take those numbers and figure out the strategy to get from where you are today to where you want to go, to what your goal is for the next month, quarter, or year, and what your big goal is. Okay, you guys, that's what we need. So that's what's going to come out. That's why you go to the gym and eat the salad because you want to lose the weight. That's why you record your financials. That's why you show up for accounting accountability on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central or whatever time you've set aside, because you want these financial statements to come out. And the income statement and the balance sheet just shows what the difference between what you have, which is assets, minus what you owe, which is your liabilities. And then that's what's left, which you hope is a positive number. So these financial statements are key. Okay, if you ever want to get a line of credit, if you ever anything, you have to have financial statements. And we basically prepare financial statements every year when we do your taxes, because that's part of your Schedule C if you're filing as a single member LLC or a sole proprietor or self-employed, whatever that is, you essentially are doing that. But if you only take your weight one time a year and you're trying to lose 10 pounds, how are you going to ever know when you got there, right? And you're not going to have incentive along the way. So in this same way, that's why we create monthly financial statements. And I promise you, it's going to get easier. If you can't do that, hire a professional. This is a bookkeeper can track your um, expenses and can create simple financial statements for you. And like I said, I'm happy to help connect you with one if you want one. Um, and once you get strategy in place, then strategy actually helps you afford your bookkeeper. But okay, so our last tip, number 5, is kind of crazy, but once you have reached your goal weight, you get sort of a side benefit from, or once you're assessing your weight, you have kind of a side benefit from that, that you can maybe now fit into clothes that you couldn't fit into. So, say you want to fit into, jeans that are 3 sizes smaller. Well, you don't want to just go try on those jeans and you're like, I'm never going to get there, right? You want to prepare and be making steps towards getting to those jeans, because realizing that you can't fit into the jeans on the day that you need to fit into those jeans is a bad thing. In the same way, having your tax deadline come along and you have no money for your taxes is not funny, right? That is not funny. So what um what I want you to do, now that you have your financial statements, you know what your profit number is. I want you to save money for taxes. Yep, save money for taxes. This is going to be such a big game changer for you. So take that profit number, and every month just take 25% to 30%. It's going to be different for every person. You need to talk with your tax accountant. I am not a tax advisor at all. I just know taxes from our standpoint. But yeah, you definitely need to talk to your tax advisor. But set aside 25 to 30%. And when I say set aside, I mean move it to another account. So when you're setting up those accounts that we talked about in the very beginning, set up at least 2 accounts. Set up your operating account and set up a savings account for your taxes. Okay. So you are going to physically move the money there. You are not going to touch it again. You are going to leave it there. And then quarterly, when your tax payments are due, most of you will have quarterly tax payments, then you will have that money right there that you will send in. And what's going to happen from this is it's the same thing of like, you don't want to have the, oh my gosh, I have to fit into, the jeans on this day. Better example, honestly, would have been like, you have to fit into your bridesmaid dress or whatever. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't. So that would have been horrible. So this is going to make tax time so much less stressful, because you will have the money set aside every quarter. You're going to be sending it in. And then when the time comes to pay your taxes, it's going to be a way less of a big deal, because you will have been making your payments, which you need to make anyway, but you will have been making your payments based on these financial statements that you prepared. So it's as close to the right number as you can get. It's a way better guess than just guessing out of the blue. And you can get penalties for guessing wrong. So, there's just so many reasons. So that's I love that, Tracy. I want to know, and I love this, I want to know how to do it myself before I feel comfortable hiring someone. That absolutely makes sense to me, and I encourage you to understand all the different parts of your business. I try to do the same thing. I honestly, great example of that was I hired a website designer. I did try to do it myself, and I worked on it, and I actually have another website that's redirected now. He's awesome. But I understood it well enough that I can kind of speak it. And then I hired it out once I figured out that that was really not where my forte was. But yeah, so ask me questions, because that's what I'm here for, is to help you. Because a lot of you, when you're first starting out, you're not going to hire somebody. But as soon as you can, honestly, that's a good thing to do. But you definitely have to understand the financial statements themselves, Tracy. So you're going to be your own CFO for a while. Okay. So doing the bookkeeping, you want to understand a little bit, but once that's taken care of, somebody's just doing sort of that drudgery. They're going to the gym for you, if you will. but you're always going to be there for weigh day. You're going to be there for measurement day because you're going to get those financial statements and make decisions based on those financial statements. It's golden. I cannot even explain to you how much this is going to help you if you'll just implement it. So my bonus tip for you is to vision cast and to goal plan. I told you that I was going to give you a little bonus, and the bonus is you need to go back to the training from last week. And if you didn't watch it, then watch it. And it's all about how to achieve your goals for this year and how to set goals and set a roadmap to get there. But what I'm telling you is that even though these 5 steps may seem like drudgery to you, at times, remember losing 10 pounds is something that you set for your goal, right? So in the same way, you've set some goals for your business. So keep those top of mind. So my bonus tip is to take that goal that you set for this year and put it where you see it. Put it on a sticky note, make it be your screensaver on your computer, put it on your mirror. Remind yourself, you guys, because we're not working towards Christie's goal, we're working towards your goal. And I want you to succeed, and you will succeed if you have your own goal. So that's my bonus tip for you, is that these things will be so much easier if you keep your focus in the right place, and that's towards achieving your goal. And when I work with my clients, I actually, when I talk to you guys, I said like set a goal and it's got to be achievable and all these things. But I will share with you a little insight into me with my consulting with my clients. I never allow the goal to only be a number. We also talk about the goals of like, having enough money to go on a vacation, or having the money to pay yourself. I would love to hear goals that you guys have in your business that are outside of just a flat number goal. Because some of you, it's to just like have a weekend off. For some of you, it's to not have to roll over and check your bank account every day and with dread. So those are the goals that will really keep you going, and they will make you stick to this plan, just like losing the 10 pounds. So that is my bonus tip for you. If you will put that somewhere that you can see it, write it down, maybe write it every day in your journal, then that will really help. So just to recap, the 5 steps that you need to take now to ensure your help your business: open a business account, a business checking account, figure out what tool you're going to use to track your business finances for this year. So Excel, QuickBooks, whatever method you want to use. Step 3 is make a plan to do it. Make a plan to do, sorry, the phone rings, of course. Make a plan to do it. So schedule that in your calendar now. Stop and schedule that in your calendar, or join me on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central from 4 to 4:30 for accounting accountability. But make a plan and actually do it. Step 4 is assess how you're doing by creating monthly financial statements, at the least an income statement and balance sheet. And then step 5 is set aside money for taxes, 25 to 30% of that profit, which you know what that number is because you, in step 4, created financial statements. Set that aside in a separate savings account. That way you will be able to not touch it until it's time for your quarterly tax payment, which will make your life so much less stressful come tax time each year. And then the bonus tip is to write out what your goal is that's going to keep you motivated to keep doing this work, because you will no longer see it as drudgery and, oh, I don't want to do it. Because you guys, once you start to see how much you can achieve by knowing this stuff and the change it can go, you're going to go from confused and overwhelmed to confident and empowered. And that's where I want you to be. That's where I want all my clients to be. And that's my goal for you. So let me just look at the comments real quick and see if there are any questions. 2020 was the first year that neither of us had an employer, so I feel like I didn't even ask the right questions. Okay, you didn't ask the right questions about what, Tracy. You're gonna have to help me on that because I wanna help you. We're running the truck, no labor cost goal. And I love this. I love the goal, you guys. And we're gonna talk about how to know when you can hire people. But I'm gonna always tell you, I want you to hire yourself first. I want you to get to a point where we're paying you consistently and routinely. So just know that that's one of the things that we'll talk about. Um, we used a number goal and a max number of hours. Oh my gosh. I am so proud of you. This is what I see all the time. You guys, as small business owners, you're working so, so hard. And I always tell people, if you tell me you love your business and that it's going great, and then you also tell me you're working 80 hours a week, then all my clients, I'm always like, we got some work to do. We got some work to do because 80 hours a week, that can't be what your goal was. So I love that you set not just a dollar goal, but a number of hours working, Tracy. That's so inspiring. So I love that. Do you have a video on how to file quarterly taxes? I don't have a video on how to do that. Um, I am, it's literally, it's not that hard, but I am not a tax expert. Um, I don't know that we have any tax experts within our group yet, but I would love for a tax expert to join our group. But the tax, how to file, you literally can file it online. You can file it, you can mail a check. My husband still mails checks for us. I'm not sure why he doesn't file it online, but that's how he does it. And it's a pretty simple, straightforward calculation of what you have to pay. Like essentially just take your net profit times 25 to 30% and mail that in. But I am not a tax expert. So if there's an actual tax expert, I would love that. Um, so about do you have about the correct structure and taxes? Yeah. Go back and watch, Tracy, go back and Google my entity structure video I did, I think a couple months ago. I think that will help you and ask more questions. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. This always is just so fun for me. If this was valuable to you, then please let me know, and please invite your friends to join our group, because as you can see, I don't know everything, but what I do know, I am so, so willing and happy to share with you. It's a joy and a privilege to serve you. So for those of you who are in DCA or Momentum, I just wanted to let you know that I am co-moderating a group tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time in Clubhouse. I'll put a post about that, but I'm co-moderating that with my dear friend Ma Richards, who is a rock star business owner herself. And we are just going to be having a talk about where we're stuck, helping each other, and just connecting. So just to let you know about that. So anyway, you guys, that is it for now. We will continue our first things first foundational talk next week, live Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central. I hope you'll join me. And I also look forward to seeing you in the group. Ask your questions. Let's be an engaged community together. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.